Hello and welcome to the Chiaroscuro Jazz Podcasts. I'm George Graham, Director of Artistry and Repertoire for the venerable jazz label, celebrating our 50th anniversary and featuring over 100 titles by some of the world's great jazz musicians. This week we feature saxophonist Lou Donaldson, one of the most soulful players who has recorded for the Chiaroscuro label. In 2013 he was named a National Endowment for the Arts Jazz Master. Born in North Carolina in 1926, he came from a musical family, with his mother a piano teacher and his two sisters also musicians. He was playing clarinet at age 9 and by age 15 was enrolled in the music program at North Carolina A&T in Greensboro, where he would later earn a B.S. degree. In 1945, he was drafted into the Navy and became a member of the Great Lakes Navy Band, where he worked with Clark Terry and Ernie Wilkins, among others. After his stint in the Navy, he moved to New York, where he became part of the emerging bebop scene, influenced by Charlie Parker and others. His first recordings were for Blue Note Records, and he helped to get Art Blakey and Horace Silver signed to the label. He appeared on Art Blakey's influential album, A Night at Birdland. Lou Donaldson became known for his work in organ combo settings with, among other organists, John Patton and Jimmy Smith. Donaldson appears on two Chiaroscuro releases, both of which were recorded in the 1990s as part of the Floating Jazz Festival on ocean cruises. He appears as a leader of a group with Dr. Lonnie Smith on organ, Randy Johnson on guitar, and Danny Berger on drums. Here he is with the bluesy classic Harlem Nocturne. Lou Donaldson on alto sax with Harlem Nocturne from the Chiaroscuro album Relaxing at Sea live on the QE2. It featured Lonnie Smith on organ, Randy Johnson on guitar, and Danny Berger on drums. One of the distinctive features of Chiaroscuro CD releases is the Jazz Speak track, in which the artists talk about their music in their own words. Here's Lou Donaldson on his musical career.
Hi, this is Lou Donaldson. We're just going to talk about this recording and the concept of saxophone and organ. I was forced to do this many years ago when most of the clubs we were playing, the little small ghetto clubs, had no amplification, no mics, no piano, no anything. So we got the organ to kill 3 or 4 problems at one time. But it worked so successfully, we continued to use it for many, many years. I listened to many groups like Wild Bill Davis and other people like that, Jimmy Smith, of course, And I saw the value of using the organ, especially in these small clubs. But it eventually worked out fine on records too, so we killed two birds with one stone there. My organ player at that time was John Patton. Over the years, I had everybody. I had Billy Gardner, I had a guy named Terry Turner, had Lonnie 2 or 3 times. I had another guy named Caesar Frazier. I had a lot of guys. Charles Erlin, of course, because an organ gives you a sound of a big band if it's played correctly, and the people love it. Charlie Parker was my idol, my mentor. But what happened to me, see, I wasn't working in the clubs that he worked in. He worked in clubs that were exclusively modern jazz clubs. And we worked in the clubs. We played jazz, but we worked in a lot of little ghetto clubs. And they were more blues and rhythm oriented than modern jazz. It worked out fine because my style can be adapted to either one, so I'm okay. When I first started playing, I listened to Johnny Hodges, of course, when I could hear Duke, because, see, I'm from North Carolina, and we couldn't pick Duke's band up unless we had a shortwave radio, and we'd catch some broadcasts from New York. But I listened to the bands that came through, like Erskine Hawkins came through. He had a nice alto saxophone player, Jimmy Mitchell, who sang too. And then, of course, Tab Smith came through at that time, and he was playing with Count Basie. And, of course, Earl Warren, people like that. And then I went in the Navy, went to Chicago, and every night I'd go in and listen to Pete Brown. He was working at a place called the Crown Propeller, and he was great. And later, I listened to Charlie Parker, and that changed my idea altogether about how to play the saxophone. I was at the Paradise Club, which was the home of Big Nick Nicholas, who was a big fella and played a big saxophone. And he stayed in that club about 10 years. And one night, we were having a session, about 15 or 20 saxophonists, saxophonists they call them, on the stand, and Charlie Parker walks in. And everybody says, play one bird, and he came on up toward the stand. Everybody jumped off the stand. And I was getting ready to leave too, and he put his hand out and said, no, you don't leave. And I said, I'm gone. I said, I'm not playing with you. And he said, well, if Lou doesn't play, I'm not going to play. But he knew me for some reason. And all the people would say, well, you better play because we want to hear him. So I had to play. I was forced to play with him. But it was nice. We played several tunes. In fact, I never will forget it. I played I Got Rhythm, and I played the same thing that he did on the record. And he told me, said, oh, that was nice. I said, what was that you were doing there? And I thought he was pulling my leg. But he said he actually couldn't remember that he had played it that way. I said, you got to be kidding, man. I got this off the record where you played it. And I got to be very friendly with him after that. I saw him many times. Harlem Nocturne, I heard, must have been 47, 48. Earl Bostic made a recording of Harlem Nocturne. And then this other band made it. Johnny Bothwell, he had a nice version of Harlem Nocturne. On this record, Fast and Freaky is meant to be a drum feature. It's Fine and Dandy, George Gershwin tune.
Lou Donaldson in his own words. Now here he is with a tune he was talking about, Fast and Freaky, followed by Gershwin's I Can't Get Started With You, with special guest Nicholas Payton on trumpet. Lou Donaldson with Fast and Freaky and I Can't Get Started from the Chiaroscuro release Relaxing at Sea live on the QE2 with Dr. Lonnie Smith on organ, Randy Johnson on guitar, Danny Berger on drums, and special guest Nicholas Payton on trumpet on I Can't Get Started. The performance was recorded in November 1999, and the album, by the way, features liner notes by Phil Woods. Lou Donaldson also appears with pianist Junior Mance on his album Mance, recorded in 1998 on the SS Norway. From the album, here is Charlie Parker's Now's the Time, which features Keter Betts on bass, Jackie Williams on drums, and special guest Arturo Sandoval on trumpet. Saxophonist Lou Donaldson with Charlie Parker's Now's the Time from the Chiaroscuro album Mance by pianist Junior Mance. Also appearing were Keeter Betts on bass, Jackie Williams on drums, and special guest Arturo Sandoval on trumpet, recorded live at sea in November of 1998. You can find more of Lou Donaldson's music on Chiaroscuro on our website, chiaroscurojazz.org, where you can find a searchable database of the artists and music on the label. The music is available on CD, as a download, and streaming on Spotify. And you can listen to continuous jazz from the over 100 albums available on Chiaroscuro 24 hours a day on the Chiaroscuro channel, available at the new and improved Chiaroscuro website. This is George Graham. Thanks for listening to this Chiaroscuro Jazz podcast, and join us next time for more music from great jazz artists.